This coming Saturday, the Big A hosts the Jockey Club Derby, and we are all set for the start. Hello, welcome back to Billy Ho's Sports. As I mentioned in my Champagne preview, Keeneland's fall meet opens up this weekend, so check the description of the videos for this week's racing. We've got 6 Breeders' Cup. We got Friday, Saturday racing, 6 Breeders' Cup Challenge, winning your in races to cover, a whole bunch of great stuff going on, plus a split the pot draw coming Thursday. So subscribers are eligible, and to make sure you are subscribed to gain entry, click that subscribe button, click the like button while you're at it, and leave that comment to get your name in the draw. Tell me who you got in the Jockey Club turf. We're going 11 furlongs, and it is a 3-year-olds, and it is an invitational. So let's look at the contenders. All right, a mile and 3/8. So 3 turns going on here in this marathon. And we do have the invitational 500,000 for the purse. A bourbon for Toby kicks us off. This one's bred pretty well, but as you can see, maybe the 10th time is a charm. Still looking to break that maiden. Got close a couple of times, but beaten by weaker. Speed figures ranked poorly. I can't see any way I could get to this horse last in prime power. There are 3 or 4 much better than that. Although he is improving in his last 2 races, I don't think he gets the maiden win in a grade 2 event. So we'll pass on Toby. Asbury Park, with all the other known names in this race, Asbury Park is a Chad Brown trained colt, sired by Frankel. Has had a couple of bad breaks, hitting the gate out both times here. Finished 6th in that optional claimer, going a mile and a 16th, and then did rally up to a length and a quarter in the Sarnak. But this one is bred to go long. Look at that average win distance is way up there, 9.7 and then 8.0. So just going a mile and a 16th in the first 4 races. Maybe he's ready for the stretch out. And if he is, this closer can absolutely be a sleeper play in this. So keep an eye on this one, bred by St. Elias Stables too. Good looking horse coming in, and maybe a little under the radar. Here's one of those horses that you may have heard of, Crudo, trained by Todd Pletcher. Kendrick Carmouche gets the mount. This one tinkered around with a little bit of Kentucky Derby trail action and didn't get to the Derby trail, had to skip. I believe there was like a minor injury or something, I can't remember if it wasn't very significant, but he missed a little training time somewhere in here. He didn't come back until the Belmont, and no bueno in the Belmont. Well, he came back obviously before that, but he ran on Preakness weekend, won the Sir Barton going away, pretty weak field really, and then tried the Belmont, and that's where he was crushed by 19 and just no business versus those horses. And then dials it back to the Curlin Stakes, gets beat by So Sandy, Chancellor McPatrick's strategic focus, running his race out on front and just tires down the stretch going a mile and an eighth. So Pletcher says, well, let's give him a shot on the turf. Runs about the same as he always runs. He gets out on front, presses pretty well. He really had some pretty soft enough fractions and then soft enough late. And then for him to be beaten, not having the kick coming down the stretch, I guess too many horses were live. When you run that kind of a race, going a mile and a 16th, you're really leaving a lot of gas in the tank hitting the stretch going that slow. So that might have been what did him in on that one. But now we're going to take this Justify Colt and kick him out some extra added distance. This is going 8.5. So we're going 11 this time around. And second turf effort, 25% for Pletcher. That's pretty solid. So this one is definitely one I'm going to be looking at. I was kind of liked him on the Derby Trail there for a minute, but he didn't really come to fruition. So number 4 is Hill Road, and this is probably your favorite. This is the other Chad Brown entry. Top trained horse. Definitely impressed in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and then when Brown took over, uh, they put him in the Tampa Bay Derby third, and then skipped the Derby Trail, wins the Peter Pan, then gets killed in the Belmont. Just couldn't really rally up in that field. -7, -11, not much pace to run at in either one of these, Jim Dandy or Belmont. So tough sledding for him. Then they send him out to Kentucky Downs and try him back on the grass. Thought he acquitted himself very well. He was able to close, was within 2.5 of the lead coming home here, but and very willing. So I think this next turf effort is going to get it done. He got turf specialist David Egan giving it a ride. So I do think Hill Road's your strongest contestant here. Hammerhead is post position 5. A Woodbine shipper for Kevin Attard, who might be the top trainer over at Woodbine, but this is not Woodbine. Mixed bag of finishes. Looks underperforming on some of these. The 77 here, he should have done better. He was 2.5 to 1. Just kind of weak tot action there. Then a couple of weak beaten favorites underneath. So I'm definitely passing on the Hammerhead on this one. And then you have Noble Confessor. This one is probably on the class level with his half sibling, Hill Road, both sired by Quality Road. And this one ran in the Nashville Derby, didn't fare as well, got beat 9.5 in that one. Tracked the pace, but just weakened. And those are, I don't hold that against them, going to Kentucky Downs with the different configuration. Finally broke his maiden on whatever the 7th try previous to that, after running pretty well, missed by a neck in the Pilgrim as a 2-year-old, and then closed within 2.25 in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. So pretty good there. Then came out, probably should have won this race. A big, heavy favorite coming off the shelf and just didn't get it done. Sometimes it bees like that. And then went in the next race, probably should have scratched him out after he got pulled off the turf. Tried him in the mud, didn't work out there. Then takes a break, comes back, and finally gets that elusive maiden win. Best speed figure, 91, -12, -10, pretty easy trip. So I don't think Noble Confessor's on the level of Hill Road, but might be one that you can use underneath, obviously. That brings us to number 7, Game Warrior. And Game Warrior ships in from California for Peter Miller, 3rd in the Del Mar Derby. Really good inside trip in that one. It's possible the added distance goes maybe helps, but I don't think so. I've seen your most familiar progeny of Game Winner is probably Gaming, and that horse has been distance challenged. I kind of feel it the same way on this one as well. Going 1 1/8, and just none of these races are getting there. I mean, it looks like maybe he's closing here, but I don't think that that's the case. I just think he was just just kind of, he didn't really make up much ground. He was just, he improved position, but still just made up like a 1/4 of a length. So I'm going to pass on Game Warrior as well. And that's going to do it for the video. I wanted to get a couple of these Aqueduct races out of the way. First off, give you something to wet your beak for the week. We are going to be out. Hopefully we get the Keeneland out sooner than later. I really want a better idea who's running like the Breeders' Futurity. I've got some really good, I mean, that's going to be like Ted Noffey and Ewing. That is going to be a blockbuster race. Looking forward to it, especially after the 3-year-old season we had this year with Sovereignty and Journalism going at it. If we can get these two guys rolling in that direction, we're going to be in for another really good Derby 152. So Hill Road is going to be the pick to win. Probably not going to get a good number on him. Noble Confessor, the half sibling, has the class as well. Crudo, I think, should be considered, but I think my sleeper play would be Asbury Park. Hopefully goes overlooked. Might steal it. You never know down the stretch. Closer, all the same as Hill Road, but Hill Road just a little more seasoned than Asbury Park. So we'll see what happens. But Hill Road is going to be the winner and the key box horse with the 236. So, like I said, always check back on Saturday for post-scratch adjustments. Make sure you're subbed to the channel. Hitting that like button for me really helps the channel out. Leaving a comment for future Split the Pot draws to gain entry, and we'll see you soon.